have no time to go to court, right? I don't have time to go to court with these guys. Let's go, shoot me up. We don't have room for you guys. And they're just like this. I was like, oh man. Pho noodles. We got short rib slices. We got meatball, green onion, fresh chilies, liquid gold, my friend. Nothing beats a nice hot bowl of pho in the morning, afternoon, evening, snack, whenever. Pho first before we get into part 5. So we gotta eat first. We gotta get the energy in. So, man, nothing beats a nice homemade bowl of pho. Man. Mix this all in first. Let's enjoy life, everybody. So if you guys don't want to watch me eat, try to find the story part, right? So I don't know when the story part will come, because we gotta eat first, okay? Sip of the broth first. Short rib for soup on this. Nice and pure. So mama and baby Tran ate already. Or they pretty much, they always eat first before me, right? Man, it's fall. Is it fall? I think it's fall. This bowl of pho so well with fall. Man. Man. It's all in the broth. One day you guys are gonna taste my pho and you guys tell me, alright? Does it need hoisin? Of course it doesn't. Maybe I won't even offer hoisin. I don't know. We'll see. It's all in the broth. Just like ramen's all in the broth, pho is all in the broth. Here, pho noodles. Slurp on this. Man. So the price of short rib and the price of beef brisket is pretty much the same. But the only one thing that my wife doesn't like about the brisket is the half of the end part is dry. I try my best to not dry it out. But always dry it out. I'll keep working at it. Man. But the short rib, always tender. Man. Short rib on its own. That legit melts in your mouth. Man. Who's ready for part 5? The thing is, you guys gotta go back to part 1 to understand part 5. It only makes sense. So it's the road to getting married. My wife. And pass along these roads, or along these roads, there's always extensions out, you know, and other stories to connect, just to connect. You might think I'm going on a loop, but it all connects in this one straight road, right? Yeah, Thai basil. Man, that's delicious. Like, you want things to enhance the beef broth. Sauces with other stuff is gonna mask the taste. I swear, poison and sriracha I feel for foot is like an auto suggestion. And what an auto suggestion is, it's just, you just do it without even thinking. Like you wake up and you brush your teeth, right? It's like an auto suggestion. It's like you just do it. It's like when you're a kid, you know? You wouldn't just eat a steak as a steak, you know? You need barbecue sauce. Like, you don't really appreciate the steak. You just want to dunk it in barbecue sauce. But as you grow, your taste bud will start maturing. And you'll appreciate the hard work that goes into it. It's just like cognac. Like in my generation, everybody abused cognac or Hennessy, right? Like they abuse it. They'll buy bottles that cost what? $500, $600, maybe up to like $1,000 for like a good night. But they'll take this expensive bottle and drown it in green tea, which is delicious, but this is what it is, right? Like the maturity level of taste bud is not matured yet. Not in a bad way. I'm not saying you guys are immature. I'm saying that your taste bud will start maturing, so you appreciate it more. You know, like the long aging time, you appreciate more. Like just the broth, you appreciate more when it comes down to like brewing, to everything. Like you'll start appreciating it more. Man, I remember my time. Like even when I was young, I would never ever understand people. Obviously, this was Flash. But people will buy like $200, $300, $400 bottles of Hennessy. Like what was it, 900 ml? Buy like 2 liters of green tea. Drowned it. Like they drowned it in. Like they literally drowned it in the Hennessy. Like might as well just buy the cheap stuff, like the cognac cheap stuff, and drown it in green tea, you know? You'll still get the buzz. And the most funniest part is that after drinking this $2,000 bottle, or whatever amount bottle, they just go home and puke it out. Wow. Wow. Alright. Homemade moon cakes. My wife made these beautiful moon cakes. Look at this. Just finished. Look how beautiful it is. Just in time for Moon Festival. She even made like a lot of toys for Baby Dragon as well. So, filling. Look how beautiful it is. So this is mochi. This is a mochi outside. That's why it's white. We can bake it. I think we fried it one time. I asked my wife if we fried it and she said we did and it was good. But inside, I'll show you. So there's a lot of cakes, like Moon Festival cakes. This one's the mochi version, but with taro inside. You guys want the recipe? Like, my wife is so creative. The other one, I think it's this one. Hopefully I'm cutting the right one. Oh, taro. Okay. If I get another taro, I owe you guys $10, okay? Oh man, I owe you $10. Oh. Tôi làm. Hả? Anh ăn mà 3 kỷ khoai môn. Hả? 3 kỷ cắt khái luôn. Oh man, my wife wanted to make it nice. Cái nào màu vàng 3 cái này rồi, cắt rồi. Now I owe you guys $10.
Đây, cắt cái này.
Cái này nè.
Cái này dầu. Cắt màu. Màu vàng luôn đấy.
No, here it is, yeah. Baby Dragon, everybody. Look at his mouth, look at his mouth. Holy, eating the apple shot. Eating the apple shot. Rồi ăn không?
Ăn kìa, tự ăn rồi bà kìa.
Rồi ăn không? So this green bean, or not green bean, mung bean. Look at this. Look at this. Wow, it is so creative. Look how beautiful. Real. Hey, vào đây. Ăn với ba.
Nhỏ hơn á.
Nhỏ hơn. This guy's just munching on apples behind me. Ăn này. Ăn với ba. Đâu sao ăn? Ôi trời. Này. Ăn
Ba bán đi.
So Mama's in like mama mode. She's like in mama mode right now. She's knitting. She made like 4 or 5 teddy bears. You want to show everybody, Mama? Like she legit just making everything. Baking cakes, making socks, like knitting socks. Look at this. Like she's in mama mode. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Sandals. Look at these shoes. Like she knitted all this. She's in mama mode right now. Look at this. Pink socks. Look at this. Holy moly. So she knitted a pig. A rabbit. Baby Dragon loves them too. Baby Dragon loves it all. Look at this. Another rabbit. How crazy is this? Isn't this crazy? And this one has no eyes. Just yet. Not yet. So we're gonna go out and buy some eyes. How crazy it is, right? And we got a dinosaur over here. How crazy is this? Mama's in mama mode. And she's like, she's doing everything. Crazy, right? Alright, Mr. Dinosaur. Applesauce face. Go. Oh, this one's mine. This one's yours. And you have this one too. Yo. 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 Every time, this guy will always bite into things and give me it without knowing, and it's just soggy in my mouth. No. How's his haircut? I gave him a little trim when he was sleeping. And he's just growing back. It's growing back very fast. Remember? No. Yummy, baby. He's glued to Blippi, his favorite. How do you say? Favorite show. That's what I'm talking about. About. Yeah. Blippi. It's all about. It's all about. Don't wanna want about. It's all and about. Doesn't want to say it anymore. B-L-I. B-L-I.
BP.
BP. He's glued. He's checking out the ladies on Blippi. He likes this episode with Layla. How do you spell Mika? M-E-E? B-L-I? Man, it's amazing. It's delicious. I can't tell you which one I like because I like it both. Not too sweet. Tell everybody. Like, it's so crazy that, you know, Mama was in mama mode when Baby Dragon was in her belly, and she was like knitting blankets, like 4, 5, 6 blankets, and it's upstairs. And it's heavy blankets. I never knew like yarn, like a string of yarn, like if it all comes together, it's very heavy. It's like high quality stuff. Oh my goodness, gloves! I know. Đôi quá. Bro, Baby Dragon's glove. Oh, you guys look at the stitches. Holy. Bro. Look at this. Mama's in mama mode. Gather round, gather round. If you guys are not keeping track, go back part 1, right? There's only 4 videos. Yeah, I jump here and there, but just keep following because it's gonna get more interesting. I promise you, right? Where did we start off? Where did we end off? They try to kill me. Like, just imagine it, right? Like, some guys like, what? Who's trying to kill you? You guys gotta go back, all right? But just imagine this. They got a hold into my door. What do you think my neighbors will do? You know? Like, this kid looked like one of those kids that would do something, you know? And play victim. 100%. 100%. But the thing is, it's just crazy when I think about it again. It's like, what were they thinking, you know? Like, even if they got a hold into the door and I was just sleeping, what was their plan? Like, that kind of just boggles my mind now. But we're moving on. So, got the cops involved. I just told the cops to tell them to stop doing it. That's it. Cops wanted me to charge them. I said no. Just tell them to stop doing it because I got a wife to marry. All right. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start. How did I marry my wife? How did I marry your wife? Obviously, just marry your wife. But anyways, excuse me. Let's go. So all that scenario, I just put it past me. I didn't even care. I was like, I'll deal with it later. Like I have no time to go to court, right? I don't have time to go to court with these guys. Book my ticket. No. Firstly, heard the news. So pumped. So it was dead season. It was Vietnamese New Year's or Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year's coming up, and it was like 3 years in. And I think Vietnam wanted to open the doors for their families to meet their families after like 3 years. So they were very slow of opening their borders or opening for tourists. Well, they didn't really open for tourists. They're just opening for Vietnamese people of Vietnam that are living abroad to come home for New Year's. And that in New Year's, like New Year's, Lunar New Year's is very big. Like as big as Christmas in Vietnam. It's like the biggest holiday in Vietnam. And Vietnam pushed it. Okay. Heard about the news. Cop Duy, Cop Yusen, we're all planning to go. The 3 boys going, alright? So it was just me and Duy in the beginning. The tickets was $5,000. Like it was $5,000 each per head. But the thing is, we're flying cargo. So you're flying cargo. These planes are flying in and out, just shipping cargo. But they do have passengers in these planes too, right? It's just like a regular plane, but there's more cargo than people. Let's say that, all right? So the only way that we could have went back to Vietnam was, one was the shots. You had to have 2 shots. And at that time, man, I was like, let's go. Let's go. I like, shoot me up. I was like, shoot me up. Three's like, let's go. Shoot me up. All right. But you had to have 2. You had to have 1 and the booster. But that's another story, right? I was like, let's go. Give me that one. And tomorrow I'll come for the booster too. They're like, no, you gotta wait. I was like, give me it right now. So, got the 2. Checked. Second, you have to be flying with the negative results. Or, yeah, you have to, with the negative results. Check. And how would we get the negative results? This is how it all went down. We got our ticket, but it wasn't any type of ticket. We had to buy it with like a special agent to get us in because we were descendant. We were not Vietnamese passport holder. We were descendant of Vietnam. So Duy and I just searching online, then we found like a booking agent, like a very special booking agent. He did all the paperwork for Vietnam. He got all the visas for us. He pretty much got everything like ready and set and go. We just had to pay him, give us his information, and on we go. So on the trip, we got our tickets. We had a layover in Vancouver. So you didn't have to have a negative result in Canada, but when you're leaving Canada, you need to have a negative results. So Duy and I wake up early in the morning. We had a flight out to Vancouver with a layover 1 day in Vancouver. We went, and this test was like $200. I think it was $200, like $150, close to $200. And the swab. I was like, okay, tomorrow we'll give you the test or the results. So we're just kind of like 50-50. We didn't know. Like Canada wouldn't let us leave without a negative results. Excuse me. So got the swab, packed our stuff, plane ride to Vancouver. We stayed at the airport in Vancouver. Still remember it. We're so excited. We didn't even think about anything because we know it was 50-50. Like, if you had a positive results, you had to stay back. If you had a negative result, you can fly. So, Duy and I booked a hotel in the Vancouver airport. We didn't even leave. Just in case, right? So we're just staying in there, have a few beers, talking about life, and just so excited. We're so excited. Later that night, we're still waiting for our results. It was like 5 hours before we had to jump on the plane. And it was so nerve-wracking because the guy said, I'll send you it at night, like the next day. And it turned out to be the next day. Like it hit 12 and we're still waiting for it. And the time was ticking. Like it was like 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours. And later in 2 hours, we're just like freaking out. We're like, okay. I seen downstairs, like you and I were just like, okay, we see downstairs like it's like a quick PCR results test, and it costs $300 a head. And we're like, this is our last resort. Like if the results doesn't come in by like an hour or so, we have to go down and get it. And we're just like, damn, another 3 bills down like that, you know. But we were determined to be back in Vietnam. We're like, let's go, you know. Then we're just like laying there. Then out of nowhere, Dewey wakes up. He's like, I got my test. He's like, I got my results. And he's like, oh, nice, it's negative. Then I was like, how about mine? Then he's like, I don't know. Then I had to check my phone. I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. I was like, where do you see it? He's like, right there. I was like, oh, it's a negative too. Then I was like, oh my goodness. It was like, time was ticking down. Then we just got up and just like ready to leave. Ready to leave. I don't think I even remember they even asked us if we got our test results. I still remember they only asked us about our 2 shots, and we had like a QR code to it, and they just scanned that one. So it was kind of confusing. I was like, why didn't they ask? What, is this right? I was like, I don't know, because everything was just like then and there. So it's just like, you know, the Canada was like kind of rushing it, like over there in Vietnam was kind of rushing it, so no one really knew like what was going on. Like nothing was connected. Like if I looked at it, or if you guys look at it, like it was just like then and there. Like Canada had their QR code. Like if you go back in Vietnam and Vietnam will scan the QR code, it wouldn't show anything, you know? It wouldn't show anything. So it was kind of confusing. I was like, did we even need it? That was a weird part, right? Because, okay, I'm jumping the gun. Okay, we're in Vietnam. No, we're in Vancouver. So we're flying. We're flying. And Dewey is scared. Dewey's scared of flying. He's so scared of flying that we were drinking on the plane to Japan. So that was our next stop, Japan. Flying down to Japan. Like we had, I don't know, 5, 6 beers, and they kept feeding us beers too. I still remember. Like, do you want another one? Do you want another one? Like, yeah. Like I'm okay with flying because I don't really like think about it. But dude, he's like frightened. He's like frightened. Like he's scared for his life. But I was like, calm down. You know, it's okay. You know. But the beers helps him like relax. So, anyways. Didn't even sleep. Got to Japan. Japan was more serious about it than in Canada, 100%. Like you're walking down and they're just like from far distance, there's like they had like a, what is it? Temperature. They're like a temperature gun. They're just like this. I was like, oh man, like I'm running, like I'm hot. I got things on me, like I'm sweating. I was like, oh man, they're gonna get me because I'm sweating. I'm hot. Like I'm so hot, you know. But they didn't. So went to Japan. Scariest part, like this was like a long trek from Edmonton to Vancouver, Vancouver to Japan. It was like 2 whole days. It took 2 whole days to get down to Japan. So got to Japan, found our gate, about to board. A bunch of Vietnamese people, like a lot of Vietnamese people. Well, obviously a lot of Vietnamese people, only Vietnamese people at this boarding gate. They said, we don't have room for descendants. We were the descendants. And we're like, what are you talking about? It's like, we don't have room for descendants. Then it was me, Dewey, and like 4 other guys that were descendants. And we're like, what are you talking about? We traveled this far. And it was like a standoff for like 2 hours. It was like, what are you talking about? It was like, we don't have room for you guys. It's like, are you like what's going on? Like we're trekking this or this, like we have all the paperwork. It's like they're like, no, we don't have room for you guys. We're gonna board Vietnamese people only, and they board Vietnamese people only. That time Lynn called me too. Lynn called me down. Was like, man, I don't know what to say. Like it was such a long way here, and just like there's so much thing that kind of just add up where it's just like, man, we're just gonna get sent back from Japan, like all this time. And I was like, man. Then we're just like talking. We're talking to the gates, and we're just like, what do you mean there's no room? It doesn't make sense because everybody has like a seat. Everybody has a boarding pass, right? It's like, what do you mean? It's like, we don't have room for descendants. And it was only like 4 or 5 of us. We're like, it's like, what do we do now? And they didn't know what they were gonna do too. They're like, we don't know. Maybe we have to rebook you guys back to where you guys were. We're like, oh my goodness. Like, we were trekking this far to just come back. Down nowhere. There was somebody that was on the phone with Vietnam. They were on the phone with somebody, like top dog in Vietnam. And there's like, the project was just talking about like, there's 5 descendants here. I was like, what do you want to do with them? Then out of nowhere, like he just got off the phone. Then he's just like, yeah. And he's like, boarding pass? Then we got on. Crazy. Yeah, and I remember the time too, I was just like on the phone with Lynn. I was like, I don't think we'll be able to get on this flight. I think they're kicking us back. But then the weird part is just like, just give us, like, there's like, give us your boarding pass. And like, okay, go. I was like, what? I was like, what do you, like, they didn't really explain. They didn't really explain nothing. They didn't explain anything. They didn't say anything. They're just like, just go. I was like, man, if you're gonna, I'm just telling, like, with Dewey, I was just like, if they're gonna, like, Dewey was pretty choked too. I still weren't talking to him. I was like, man, why didn't they just send us back? Like, why fly to Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon? Then we reached the border. Like, that's what we were scared of. We reached the border, or we would get into Vietnam, and they'll just send us back from Vietnam. And we're just so scared, like, what's going on? Like, the guy didn't even say anything. Like, he just took a boarding pass and said, go sit. And when we walked in, there was room. So that's the end part. It was just like, what do you mean there's no room? Everybody has a boarding pass and there's a seat. Then as we got in, we just found our seat and just sat down. See? So I didn't know what the whole situation was. We were so scared of not being able to travel back into Vietnam. But then now we are frightened that when we get into Vietnam, they're just going to kick us back. So that was a like trippy part. So as we got there, we're happy but scared at the same time. I still remember it. We're just walking, and it was like a whole crew of just like COVID staff, just like dressed up in blue and just ready to take your nose, your nose. But yeah, it was just. It seemed more relaxed. Like in Vietnam, it seemed more relaxed. It's like, come here, like sit down. What are you doing? It's like, did it hurt? And it's like, yeah, it kind of hurt. He's like, don't worry about it. It's like they were just like goofing around, like not goofing around. They're taking it serious, but they're just more light with it, right? So it was just like, we took our test. They didn't ask us if we took our test, if like we were negative or not. So it was kind of confusing. So I was just like, do we even need to like do the swab like before we even leave? So I didn't know. Like in Vietnam, they didn't even ask you anything. But then they took another swab when we got to Vietnam. They're like, okay, just sit over there. And we just sat over there. And we're just waiting for our results. And everybody's just waiting. Like, it was a bunch of us. Vietnamese people, Vietnamese descendants were just like waiting there. Then we got ours. Just like, come here. Negative. Go. Like, go. Then Dewey and I was so happy. I still remember the day too. We were so happy that we finally left the borders, like the terminal, the security, and just going down to get our luggage. And we're just like you know. And I still remember it too. I even have a picture. I still remember it too. It was like the most exciting happiness ever. Oh look, I still have the picture of this too. If you guys see it, where like PCR test. I don't know how much it was, $300, and that's, yeah, like I wasn't lying. I still have pictures of the test. They were like, This is our last results. Look, I still have like little videos of it. Like I was just like looking back. It's just so funny. Like I just took like little snippets of everything. I ain't gonna lie though, but the food was actually really good at the time too. Look, you look at it. Look at Dewey with his beer. I think he had 2 beers right there. Right? He had 2 beers right there, and the food was actually good at the time too. And I think this was like the first flight out, to be honest. January 17. That's when we landed. 6 a.m. Oh, yeah. Man.
We're finally back in the homeland of Vietnam.
So you put it. I do.
Finally. Your thoughts from all this? It was over 2 years and it was worth it. Just one thing I say, we're missing one person.
We're missing one person. It was decent. It was decent at the time. Because decent, he took another flight. He took another flight out. But he took like a long flight out. So it was kind of sad that we didn't all come together. So, yeah. And that's when I started picking up my camera. If you guys want to look back and track back, finally back home to the motherland after 2 years. And it was so funny because I jump scared Lynn. It was in the video too. I jump scared Lynn, and there was like a Japanese man behind me, and I didn't know because there's 2 elevators. I jump scared Lynn. I was so excited. Then the Japanese man behind me got scared too. He got jump scared too. Man, sometimes when you just kind of look back, it's just like, it's like a very solid memory where it's just like, only this time, like this can only be happening now because we did a step out to it. Is it crazy? Doesn't really make sense. But my time in Vietnam was a year. It was like 1 year in Vietnam. Yeah, the whole time. It was 1 year in Vietnam. Crazy part of it, was just amazing. Like, it's just building lost memories where memories could have been made, you know? And we just kind of picked it up from there, where it's just like, we did as much as we can just to bring back what we didn't have, or we lost time, you know? How did I even put that in words? What? Man, it's time to marry my wife.